I don't know why I did that. Welcome to day 2 of tearing apart the 240. Today I wanted to focus on the brakes and like the big brake kit. I tore apart a lot of the motor in the last video and I'm super close. I get it, I know, but I've never really torn that part off on my own before. So, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, it's super easy though, Jared. Yeah, but I like to take things slow, okay? So I'm gonna stare at it, study it, look at what I need to do, and then address it. So today is gonna be a brake kit day. So we're gonna get that caliper and the rotor that's underneath it onto this car. Look at the current setup. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's better than the stock setup for this S13, right? That's a lot smaller. That's I have the Z32 conversion on it right now, which is great. But to get the 6 piston kit on, I know I'm gonna have to do some drilling. I know I'm gonna have to do some tapping, and I have to get the that 5 lug conversion put in there. So, which required a very large socket. If none of you know, the front hub nut, axle, I guess it's not an axle nut because there's not really an axle on the front. Axle nut on the rear is a 36 millimeter. Look at that baby. That is a big socket. So the axle nut on the rear is a 36 millimeter. The hub nut on the front is a 30 millimeter socket. So I had to go out and get these sockets because I didn't have it. I had like every size under and over that, but not those sizes specifically. And what else did I get from Home Depot? Oh, just a Dremel tool. Has nothing to do with this build, so. Got to get those off, get the conversion in there. So I'm gonna get that hub, the 5 lug hub conversion put in, and then we're gonna drill the knuckle. So let me show you. On the knuckle, this one, maybe it's that one. So this one I have to drill and tap and thread it, get it threaded. And this one I just have to drill a little bit larger. It'll make more sense once we actually dive into it and start working on it. So let's get to it. Ooh, pretty bright. It's a little bit dark. Kind of darker than I would like in this garage. I mean, it has great lights up above, but I need some like wall lights. Look how bright my face is right now. Anyway, this is the 30 millimeter. That was easy. Oh, that was even easier. Woohoo! All right. 4 lug, no more. Before we get the 5 lug on, I'm gonna modify the knuckle because I have to drill this one out bigger and then make sure I thread this one, so tap that. So let's get that done real quick. All right, so let's kind of go over this swap kit that they sent me. So I have the little brackets. What does it say? S13 240SX CTS-V 6 pot. Yeah, so it's from, I got these from ctsvbrakeswap.com. So if you're looking to do it, you can do the 6 piston or the 4 piston swap. But it comes with those, driver and passenger side. It comes with the, oh sweet, comes with the taps that we need. Why'd they send 2? Just in case? Hopefully it doesn't break after the first one. And then all this hardware. And then instructions? No, invoice. So no instructions, but there are plenty of YouTube videos. I know either the top or the bottom needs to be tapped, and then the other one needs to be drilled out larger. Probably shouldn't wing it. I will do the correct thing and go back on YouTube and find out which one is which. Or we'll just guess. Let's go guess. All right, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll just go with this one. So we're gonna tap this one. I'm just kidding, guys. I watched the video. This is the correct one. So I'm gonna just kinda put a drill gun on it and hopefully I'm straight. Well, not really. I'm gonna do it nice and straight and even. So let me set the camera down and do it right. So I'm just gonna grab a 9mm wrench, seemed to work pretty well. So kind of get it started straight as possible. That looks straight, kind of. You know, we have to like put even pressure on it, so. Whee. Kind of annoying. Well, that's not doing anything, is it? Hello. I took a 24-hour pause because you know how I said, oh, I wonder why they gave me 2 different taps in this kit. Maybe, you know, in case you broke one. Well, let me show you. See if you can even see it. It is, there you go. It is so cheap, apparently, that it's not cutting and creating a thread. It's just dulling itself. Not good. And then the second one, I tried, and it's doing the same thing. So I guess these were like 99 cents each, maybe. I don't know. They're not working. So I drove around all over the valley to AutoZone and Advanced Auto Parts and O'Reilly and Riverton Hardware, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Lowe's. Nobody carries a tap kit that is an M14x2. Apparently that is a size that nobody wants. It's got all the way up to M12 by 1.75, I believe, was the biggest that I could find locally. So this one cost $12, good old Amazon, so it was here next day. I am hoping $12 will give me some threads in the knuckle. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? I had to put it together. Since I couldn't put the bracket in because the taps weren't working, I had to put it together. And it looks super beefy and awesome, and I am excited to get it all put together because with the caliper on there, whew, it looks so good. Okay, let's try this $12 tap and see if it works. I totally missed. Oh my gosh, I can already tell this is cutting. Makes a huge difference with quality. Oh, except for my ratcheting wrenches stripping. Well then. All right, I got more leverage and a ratcheting wrench that isn't broken. Hui. Oh yeah. I know with doing a tap, it's good to kind of go in a ways and then back it off a little bit to kind of clean it up. Who knows? Maybe I was taught wrong, but maybe that person was just overly cautious. But I've always done that now. So now cut, and I'll cut, and I'll cut, and I'll cut, and then I'll back it out. Back out, until it's nice and loose. This is so much easier. I can't believe how cheap those other ones were. Didn't even touch it. Are we getting close? Oh! Yep, we're right on the end. Oh yeah. There we go. Make sure we go all the way through until it's super easy. Nice. All right. That worked out so much easier. Make sure you use quality tools. And I'll admit, I have a lot of Harbor Freight tools. I do. There's some that I just, you know, I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on, and certain tools I know would work just fine, even if it was a Harbor Freight tool. But certain things like this, where you need metal to actually cut metal, having something a little better quality obviously works. So let's get this out, and then I'll test fit the bracket. And then I think we can test fit the caliper at that point. Oh, it's gonna look good. So we're gonna test fit this bolt, make sure that I got the right size and I wasn't crazy. Ooh, goes in perfect. So, now that that is done, we got threading there. This I need to drill out a little bit larger. I think it's like 9/16, just so the bolt will fit through that. And then I have this this bracket from CTS-V conversion, CTSVBrakeSwap.com. It's gonna go right there. So the one bolt's just gonna screw into there, and then the caliper hooks to the top and bottom pieces. But I just need to drill this out a little bit bigger so that big thick bolt will fit through it. Once I have that drilled out, we'll connect the caliper. So I actually don't have a 9/16 drill bit, metal drill bit, actually any drill bit that's 9/16, but I have a 1/2 inch, so I'm gonna drill it out just below that size, and you know, do the little wiggle around trick to get it bigger until the bolt just fits through, so yeah. Okay, let's refresh the battery. All right, I'm gonna do the right thing and go buy the correct size drill bit. Using the 1/2 inch that I have, doing the little circle thing and how deep or how thick the piece is that we're trying to drill. It's kind of making it a little curvy. And the bolt that goes in that spot needs to be pretty precise right there where it's gonna slide in. So let's do it right. Tomorrow morning, I'll run to Home Depot or Lowe's and I'll get a nice 9/16 inch drill bit and drill it the perfect size. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, welcome to day 3 of this brake upgrade for the 240. Since I can't seem to keep a consistent video going because of all the tools I need to run and get, I at least keep my shirt consistent. Yes, this is the same shirt I've been wearing the last 3 days. Not all day, every day, just for this build. So I'm keeping one thing consistent, and I changed it up and didn't wear a hat today, so you get to see my luscious locks. But I got the drill bit. It's a Milwaukee metal drill bit. I love these drill bits. They're pretty and they cut really well. So let's get this hole finally drilled so we can mount the caliper and see all of its glory and what it's gonna look like on the 240. All right. Moment of truth. Test fit the bolt. All right, clean up the wonderful metal shavings. And, aha! Beautiful. Well, it's not gonna be that bolt. It's gonna be this bolt. Perfect. All right, so now, we can finally get to the fun part. So, bracket, when you look at what we've done, so we have this one threaded, which is gonna hook up right there. So then the caliper is gonna hook to the two end pieces. On this, on each bolt, there's a washer that you put on each side, but then there's also gonna be a washer in between the bracket and this side, just to get the spacing correct, I believe. I'll double check that, but it should be pretty simple from here on out. Obviously this job has lasted 3 days, so I'm not guaranteeing things to go perfectly, but here's to hoping. The VVTi solenoid went really well, so I was bound to run into some sort of issue with this car, but let's get these 6 piston calipers on. So we're gonna mount the bracket real quick, which is just using the shorter supplied bolt. And we're gonna go on the back side here, just like that. So this one threads in here. And we want to kind of leave it a little bit loose just so we can have movement for when we install the caliper. The next thing we have to do, perfect. So the next thing that we have to do is trim the caliper down. So on this caliper on the back side, where that bracket is supposed to bolt in, it doesn't quite line up perfectly, so we have to trim. Let's see if I can show this. We have to trim, I don't know if you can see this, there's like this lip right here. So I have to like trim straight across so the bracket can go from here to there without hitting this. So right now it hits this little lip here and the little lip here. So I just have to grind it down flat to match this part on both those little corners. So I hate cutting into brand new, really nice, big Brembo calipers, but it has to be done. So let's get her done. All right guys, safety is not a joke. Safety needs to be considered in any situation when dealing with a cutoff wheel, because these things are no joke. If you catch something and it flips into your arm, it's gonna cut your arm very bad. If the wheel itself explodes, it could shoot into your eye. So safety goggles are a must, or safety glasses or anything like that to protect your eyeballs. Let's cut it. All right, what do you think? I think that's enough. Oh, I still see a little lip right there. I might have to cut that down a little bit. Just want to make that flush real quick and then we'll mock it up. All right, got that cut. So it should, theoretically, it should go and not have any clearance issues. Perfect. Okay, so let's get it actually mounted. I lied. We got to put the rotor on first. First, the 5-lug conversion. Actually, let's clean this up a little. Perfect. Whee. Ooh, look at that. We have the meat. Man, looking at that in the camera, it is huge. Look at that thing. Oh, I love it. All right, caliper right here. Ooh. It'll be interesting trying to fit my head in here with the caliper with how big it is. Yes. All right, that is, I mean, for the most part mounted. I haven't tightened it down, but this thing looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at how beefy that brake is. Oh my goodness, on just this little tiny car. That is it. That's all it takes to do a 6-piston swap on a 1990 240SX. Granted, you should probably have the tools ready. Unlike me, I was not prepared. I had to go to the store for a new tap, which it was an M14 by 2, and I also needed to get a drill bit, the 9/16 drill bit, to get that top hole on the knuckle the right size. But the end result was so worth it. Even though it took a couple days, that looks, it just looks so good. I cannot wait to get some wheels on this and the body kit and have this thing come together. But that's it. I don't know what else to show you. It's pretty simple. That adapter kit is amazing. How quick and easy to change over to a 6-piston kit. And that rotor is huge. I love it. It fits so perfect. I'm gonna tighten those up, and that's it for today. I'll do the other side, but it's basically rinse and repeat. Same thing that I just did on that side. And next video, maybe we'll work on tearing out the interior. I know that the guy that's gonna do the cage is maybe potentially ready. So rip out the interior. I do need to still get the head out so I can get that to the shop and get the heads built. So next video might be a mixture of everything, but brakes are done in the front. I'm still waiting for the adapter kit or the bracket for the rear. In the rear, I think I've mentioned it, I'm doing 2 pistons back there. A 4-piston primary and a 4-piston dedicated to the hydro. So the bracket that I ordered will accommodate both on there. So I don't know when that'll be here. I think sometime the end of this month or beginning of December. So my battery is dying, so I'm gonna call it for the day, and I am, again, talking lots. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, comment down below. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. I have big brakes now, and I'm excited for that. See you in the next one.